So where I left you last time, I'd just taken on something called the Oogaloo. It was like a nasty wolf creature, but managed to take him down no problem. So I'm in the Yashis Massif, and I've just come across this. This is called a Cie'th Stone. It's like a teleport stone. So yeah, certain Cie'th Stones function as teleporters or waystones. So you complete the mission for this, and then that Cie'th Stone becomes a teleporter between various different areas of Gran Pulse. And well, obviously at this point you can only unlock this one just now, so it's not really a great deal of use, but still it's handy to start the ball rolling. So I'm going to take this mission on, and the hunt for this mission is just a little bit further on in the Yashis Massif. So, oh yeah, by the way, I did a little bit of grinding before I turned this video back on. I'll say grinding, I just sort of cashed in all the Crystarium points that I'd earned up to now, so as I said, I don't think it will make a huge difference just now, just because of the advancing level of hit points and stuff that you've got to deal with. You'll have to be grinding for a good wee bit before you really notice any considerable difference in terms of like felling an enemy quickly and how much damage you can take from them. So we'll just plod on through. These Triffids are a huge pain in the arse because their spin attack can inflict, deprotect, deshell and poison on you. Yeah, that's another thing you have to deal with on Gran Pulse. Debuffs, you get hit by debuffs a lot more frequently than you did in any of the other areas. So just be very wary of that, and in fact multiple debuffs are a lot more common in this area. So yeah, just watch out for that. But if you're a veteran Final Fantasy player, then you'll kind of know that at this stage enemies get tougher and tougher as the more you play through. So, in fact, just any RPG, the enemies get tougher the more you play through, but that's kind of a given. So let's just plod on through. Yeah. Now this thing, this Svarog, is a massive pain in the arse because one, he's resistant to
Don't get predictable.
physical attacks. He's immune to deshell and deprotect, so the best debuff you can hope to get on him is Imperils. He's not immune to Imperils, so hitting with Imperil would certainly help. And also he can inflict fog on you, which means you can't cast magic. And if that hits Vanille, which it just did, then that is a nightmare because she's so reliant on magic. So fog is not a good debuff for Vanille to be hit with. Same with Hope if he was in the party. Vanille and Hope are like the two characters that are most reliant on magic. And as you can see, debuffs don't hit him so easily. Let's just oh, there we go, finally hit him with Imperil. So once you hit him with Imperil, just spammy Ravager attacks on him. There we go.
Can we not do that again, please?
So yeah, those things, massive pain in the arse. And there's quite a few of them in this bit, so just watch out for that. Now there's a treasure chest, but I've got a feeling I'm not gonna. Oh no, I am gonna be able to access it. Thought for a for a little second that I'd have to fight another Svarog. Well, I am going to have to fight one, but I thought I'd have to fight one before I could get access to that treasure chest, so that's fine. So, best bet with this thing, if you can maybe if you switch between Try Disaster and Exploitation, just to spam magic attacks on it and get its stagger gauge up. Or if you want to just stick with the Try Disaster in order to stagger it quickly. And then if you want, when he's staggered, then try and inflict, because they're more susceptible to debuffs when they're staggered. Or in this case they're not. So I just switch to the Try Disaster and then just whack it really into it. Ow! Fuck.
Kidding me?
And yeah, watch that feeding stoop, because it can take a team member out, as it just did there. So, well, lesson learned. So let's try that again. The best tactic is just try and stagger them as quickly as you can. And just keep a close eye on your HP. Just as a precaution, switch to Thaumaturgy so that we can make sure we're healing. Switch to Exploitation while he's staggered. More likely to hit him with debuffs. The main one I wanted on him was Imperil, so I'll just switch back to Try Disaster and just spam attack him with magic attacks.
Just too easy.
Oh, get you, Mr. Cocky, just too easy. Even though we got knocked out from it. Right. Now, you remember I was mentioning there was a harder version of clan monsters. Here, well, this is it here. First thing to do with this fight is take the Alruns out. Because of as I take the weaker enemies out to make this fight a bit easier.
Eat this!
And then this thing, the hybrid flora, is a fucking huge pain in the arse. Because as with most of the flans in there, well, this one in particular, he's actually, if I remember, he's immune to physical attacks. So imagine D-Shell is pretty useless against him. In fact, he's immune to that as well. So. And he hits with that, with Water Gun, which is a really nasty water attack. So if you're really concerned about that, equip the Riptide ring on someone. Maybe on like your party leader or something. To
It'll be okay.
make sure to minimise the damage from that water attack. But as with everything, just stagger them as quickly as you can. If you can get D-Shell and Imperil on them, that would help. There we go. The not nice version of the Flan monster for here. Yeah, there's several different types of Flan monster all around Gran Pulse, and they're just equally as unpleasant as each other. Oh no, that's what I meant to do. A healing paradigm because I'm getting a bit battered a bit, especially Snow, because he's been inflicted with
Follow my lead.
he's been inflicted with a few debuffs. We got hit by water gap, at least we had we removed D-Shell. Oof, now we're going to need to get a healing paradigm in again. Switch to this one again.
Try that on me.
Because I think we're going to need to try and get rid of D-Shell in case he does water guy again. Just when you can spam debuffs on them. The main ones you'll want are D-Shell and Imperil, and then switch to Try Disaster and spam them with magic attacks. And elemental attacks in particular, because he's quite immune to quite a few of those elemental quite a few of the elemental attacks.
No problem.
Oh, and there's another Cie'th Stone, but we're already... Yeah, you can't take on more than one Cie'th Stone mission, so don't try and take that one on as well. Now, those things are pretty easy, especially when you preempt them. Quick then. They are pretty easy to beat because they just don't have a lot of hit points, and when you preempt them, they're pretty much next to useless because they can hardly attack you at all. So yeah, easy fight. I think I need to go up this way. Just double check. Yep, this is the way I need to go to complete that mission. Let's see if we can... Oh! Can we preempt this one? Yes! good, that's going to make this fight a million times easier. So, Quake.
Things up.
And then switch to aggression, so we've got two commandos to knock shite out of them. Do not want to get that Verdict to summon, which it has now, because an Uridemo comes in.
Don't get predictable. Here we go! Appreciate
Oh yes, and those Verdicts are pretty much immune to magic, so while you're trying to stagger them, you're basically hitting them with nothing. But saying that, the Ravager is still the best way to stagger them, so no, that's not what I meant. Switch to this. Because this is getting a bit of a hiding. And do not want. So that preempt was kind of useless because that managed to summon this nasty little fucker, well, nasty big fucker, but we've got it staggered now, so let's just knock the 7 bales of shit out of it. There we go. Well, definitely not getting 5. Oh, we got 5 stars from that. Oh, fantastic. And we got a pearl necklace. Nice. Fnar fnar. Right, so... Oh, 2 nuggets of Millerite. Millerite's pretty much useless here because Millerite only has one use to upgrade the iron bangle up to the next level. And by this stage, iron bangles are pretty much useless unless you plan on upgrading one right from the word go. But really there's no point in that because all the HP bangles that we've got now are much stronger. In fact, we got a platinum bangle quite recently from one of the hunts. Switch to aggression for this because extra commandos for the blitz attack. Yeah, so those munchkins are pretty easy. They don't hit you very hard, and they're, compared to other enemies of their type, they're pretty weak. So I'm going to show you one more Cie'th Stone mission up here, which will get you another teleport, like another waystone, so you can teleport between 2 areas. Oh yeah, two of these hybrid floras, this is going to be tricky. So first thing I want to do is stagger them. Just try and hit some with a couple of debuffs. Get the shell on them. I've just we've got two people attacking two different.
Don't get predictable.
I'm just going to lay into that one while it's still staggered. Exploit its weaknesses. And switch to the thaumaturgy.
It'll be okay.
They've taken a bit of damage, but there we go. That wasn't too bad. Just keep healing.
Change of
Switch
plan.
back to this just to stop the staggering from falling. In fact, we'll probably be safe to just go to the tri-disaster now.
Yes.
Good, another preempt with the hybrid flora. That's going to be helpful. So again, Quake.
You're gonna love this.
Get rid of the Elrons.
Right, sunshine.
And then let's get rid of the hybrid flora. Now let's try and debuff it while it's staggered. Good, the two debuffs that I really wanted on it. Imperil and De-Shell. There we go. They're not as bad as I first thought they were. So I remember having so much problems with them previous times I've played this, so maybe I'm just a bit more better prepared for them. Anyway, let's just plod on through, because I want to show you this other waystone area. So the area you're looking for is just, I think it's just beyond this little circular path. Get rid of the white ducks, it's the deal with the Layax.
Thanks for coming. Could have been worse.
The area coming up where the waystone is called the Padra Ruins. You probably saw it very briefly in the introduction bit to Gran Pulse. This basically looks like a big ruined city. We're getting close to it because you can see the background of this fight. Like big ruined buildings. Just up this way and beyond. Shit. These munchkins are joined by their big boss, the Munchkin Maestro. And one thing to watch about the sort of bigger versions of these enemies, they do something called Goblin Enhancement, which puts buffs on their sort of weaker counterparts. And also something else to watch, if you kill the Munchkin Maestro while you've got well, you've still got Munchkins in the team, they will upgrade to them. One of them will upgrade to a Munchkin Maestro and get tougher. So just watch out for that. So that's why with these ones, take the Munchkins out first, even if they've been buffed up by the Maestro, because then it's got nothing to promote up to another Munchkin Maestro if you kill the other Maestro. So there we are, there's the Padra ruins, and you'll see that big yellow... Oh, and there's a little cutscene here.
You know, I gotta say, this is weird. When we were young, we were always taught that someday we'd be attacked by the demons of Cocoon. And look at us now, waltzing back into Erba, with the very people we were chosen to take up arms against.
Yeah, back then we never would have helped you guys. Oh.
Well, right. Back then is when you got your first focus, so...
Right. We already talked a bit about that, huh?
A little bit.
Must have been centuries ago now, when me and Fang joined the battle against Cocoon. During the fight, I became Ragnarok and cracked Cocoon's shell.
That must have been hard on you going through that.
The memories, they're all pretty fuzzy.
Cocoon's version of the War of Transgression must have been built up around what you two did.
I didn't do anything. I just got turned to crystal, and I can't even remember why that happened. Don't even have the memories to show for it.
It's all my fault. So many people died because of me.
It's over. Those souls can rest.
So, there we are. So this waystone, you'll have to backtrack to get to this mission. Just back the way we came, and it's a pretty easy fight, so don't stress too much about it, because it's not so far away. If you want to, well, I mean, you can replay any Cie'th Stone mission you like, but if you want, because you're not so far away from it, it's much easier to replay that Cie'th Stone mission if you really want to. replaying Cie'th Stone missions will get you some nice upgrade items. Mostly in the form of like the either bomb shells or bomb cores. Ideally, bomb cores are what you'd really like, but you only get them until you get to the much tougher Cie'th Stone missions. I think usually from about level... All the Cie'th Stone missions are rated DCBA. D ones are the easiest ones, and the A missions are the hardest. And you'll be able to tell from the colour of the Cie'th Stone. So D missions are blue. The C ones are green. The B missions are yellow, and the A missions are purple. So that's how you can generally tell them apart. And then you've got special Cie'th Stones, like the Waystones, which are sort of darker yellow. And then you'll come across red Cie'th Stones. They're in particular areas of Gran Pulse, which are blocking off other areas. In fact, there's only 2 of them, and they appear in the Arcade Step.
As if there was any doubt.
But yeah, there's 2 red ones, and they're sort of you need to complete them in order to clear a path to get you to certain areas. And I'll mention them when we come to them, because they should be quite obvious. Because there's a big red transparent wall blocking certain paths.
Follow my lead. You're nothing.
These fuckers. They'll die so much quicker. Just get this staggered and killed quickly. Because it's so easy, you won't have to bother. You won't have to worry too much about special treatment. There we go. He's down. And that's just unlocked another Cie'th Waystone. So that's all I really wanted to show you for this video. Ooh, flowing ring, nice. That's extra defense against thunder attacks. Ooh, and a mithril bangle, nice. So that's all I wanted to show you for this video. I'm just going to run around here and grind for a bit, but in the meantime I'm going to end this broadcast and say thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye bye.